Yeah, I said, a week ago or so, our timing isn't good right now. If we score some runs, we give some up. If we don't, like today, we get a good outing and don't do much offensively. I mean, both teams hit a homer. They had 6 walks. We didn't have any. And usually we're a little more patient than that and put a little more pressure on the starter. I mean, their guy was good, but we didn't make him work as hard as we should.
I'm sure it's much like the things that you've said for the last several weeks, but what is your kind of assessment? What is your message at this point, the halfway?
The same. We have to play cleaner games. We play cleaner games, we have a chance to win. Now, part of the identity that we've built this year early on, before this stretch, was we find a way to win. And we did that the last couple of nights. So I really felt like today we'd go out there, and even though we didn't score much early on, and that we'd find a way at the end. We just didn't today. So, just probably the break comes at a good time for us.
What do you think this offense needs to do differently in the second half to kind of get there?
Be more consistent. We're going to have to slug a little bit more. Obviously, if we get Toddy back, that'll help. But we need to be more consistent. We've gone through periods where we've found ways. We've moved guys over. We've drawn some walks. We've done some situational stuff. Today, again, we had a chance to move a guy over and get him in. We didn't. So we have to play cleaner like that, because if we're not going to slug, we have to play clean baseball and have good, consistent at-bats and put pressure on pitchers throughout the game.
Is that consistency and maybe even that slug coming from some of these guys who are coming back from the IL, or do you think it's got to be kind of a collective effort, or is there enough there offensively going forward?
It's going to have to be collective, because we've done it at times, and we do have some power coming back. Toddy at some point in time, but we've shown that we can win games without it. So it's going to have to be up and down the lineup where we get some good at bats, put pressure on pitchers, and just have consistent at bats across the board, and especially situationally.
This franchise has had a lot of turnover, usually around the trade deadline. Past few years, I know this is your first year, but how do you kind of keep things on a steady keel as you talk to these guys about what might happen over the next few weeks?
Yeah, I don't. I even told AJ I don't want to hear about it until something's on the 2-yard line. My focus is going forward with this group, getting some guys back that we have down, whether it's in the bullpen or whether it's, position players. So I don't get too caught up in that. I like our team.
Speaking of Tatis, how has he felt and recovered from these past couple of days, first couple of days this morning?
Good. I think he's itching to try to, push forward and do more. So it's not like, he's not eager to get back. So it's probably more us holding him back than him saying, hey, I probably better take it slow.
Do you know what his plan is for these couple days?
I don't. I know he's going to be here for at least a day or so. We have some people staying back here, so I'm not sure what it is throughout the entire, but he's going to be doing something, and it's probably going to be here.
I don't think it's anything really changing anything drastic. I think it's more just sticking together, sticking through the rough patch. I think any team, or how good you are, you're going to hit a little patch of some rough baseball, and it's felt like we've been on the road for 70% of the year anyways, as is. So I think it's just, holding strong and just believing in each other. Yeah, no, it's been it's still been a rocky road. It's been back and forth, up and down. It's just been good to finally get in a consistent routine and feel like, a normal pitcher versus like a guy that's coming off of rehab. And that's kind of what it's felt like the past couple of weeks. And I've, really taken to like getting back in my routine and knowing when I'm going to take the ball and not worried about, outside factors affecting, my game on the mound has been huge for me.
When you have been on the mound, just overall your expectations come in, and have you met those expectations for yourself?
You just subtract 2 innings out of all my starts, and yeah. But I've had 2 innings that kind of blew up on me that kind of worked on today, like getting into some trouble and minimizing the damage. So I think that was a good step forward.
Do you guys feel it's a collective group that you've played up to your best potential?
No. I mean, we're hungry, and I don't think we've played up to our potential just yet. I think we're still in the swing of it and finding it, but. We got the pieces, we got the guys, and we're sticking strong together in the clubhouse. So I mean, I think it's going to bode well for the second half.
Do you feel like you're in position in the second half to kind of make everything you went through kind of worth it, like where you are and when to go?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I definitely think we're ready to go on a run, and I think it's gonna be nice to get a few home games under our belt when we get to the second half. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, no. At least for me personally, I think it's going to be awesome to stay in this routine where I'm not worried about like knee or ankle or like elbow and just kind of just, like I said, be a normal boy.